Push for a tax hike to pay for restoring Music Hall and Union Terminal just got a big boost this morning.
The National Trust for Historic Preservation added those two buildings to its list of America's most endangered historic places. And as Local 12's Joe Webb tells us, the national group is joining the local effort to get the tax hike on the November ballot.
In the lobby of Music Hall Tuesday morning, historic preservationists made history by putting two buildings from the same city on their list of America's 11 most endangered historic places. Then what looked like a political rally started sounding like one.
With today's announcement, the National Trust formally joins the Cultural Facilities Task Force in urging Hamilton County Commissioners to allow voters to decide this November whether taxes should be raised in conjunction with private and corporate donations and grants to restore Union Terminal and Music Hall.
That task force says it would cost $187 million to restore Union Terminal. And yesterday, workers there showed us the water damage behind the historic murals caused by a leaky roof. They estimate it will cost $109 million to restore Music Hall. Today, the Cincinnati Opera's director of production gave us a backstage tour of the steep, narrow stairs, overflowing library, and dated paint shop. The 137-year-old place has old wiring and an aging grid that often holds 20 to 25 tons of scenery and lights over the heads of performers.
Safety is always a big concern with us, and that's why we're looking forward to this renovation to upgrade these systems that are currently state-of-the-art 1970.
Now all they need is the money. County commissioners have until August 6th to decide if a quarter-cent sales tax hike goes on the ballot. The vote at Music Hall today would have been unanimous.
They are national and international architectural treasures that bring attention, prestige, and great joy to our region.
Now, so far, we've only heard from the supporters of the plans to raise the taxes for the renovations. Today, a spokesman for the tax watchdog group Coast issued this statement. Board member Jeff Capel says he thinks it's unfair to raise taxes on all Hamilton County citizens to renovate two publicly owned buildings. And he says Cincinnati needs to set better priorities, and that building, for instance, something like a streetcar should not take priority over maintaining two very popular and well-used buildings. Kit?
All right. Thanks, Joe. The National Trust for Historic Preservation is inviting the public to come to Music Hall today to take the stage. They've opened the building, or letting people go to center stage and see the place from a very unique perspective. They open the doors at 5. They stay open till 7:30.